Niall Stanage, White House columnist for The Hill, joining me right now. Obviously, this was emotional and very rare to see an actor like Matthew McConaughey at the White House speaking about a national tragedy. How well was he received?
He was well received generally, I think, Adrienne. I know it is in the nature of our business that we look at things through the prism of politics and effectiveness and things like that. But the emotion of Matthew McConaughey's appearance was so striking, and it was relayed, I think, very effectively in the clips that you played. Things like the green Converse sneakers belonging to the young girl and those being the only way she could be identified. I mean, just the emotional force of that is enormous, you know?
Yeah, it actually was hard for me to listen to because it was so vivid and raw. But obviously, he brought up some points that people have dissected. That's because people will do that if you are speaking publicly about anything. The FBI does conduct millions of background checks for those who are applying for a gun license. There was a record hit in 2020. But this tone that he had, didn't it appear to you that he stayed on the talking points that we've heard from him before, where he wanted to be respectful to responsible gun owners and yet make this plea for change, especially for school security and safety?
Very much so, Adrienne. Agree 100% with that. He was really at pains to say that he wasn't trying to demonize gun owners. He talked about his own upbringing in Uvalde and his reverence for guns and things of that nature. And he was really, I thought, very politically effective, if we can use that term, when he was talking about the idea that he doesn't believe responsible gun owners want to see the Second Amendment hijacked, to use his term, by people who he considers extremists or absolutists. His argument, in essence, is there is space for responsible or sensible reform that does not infringe upon the rights in the Second Amendment.
Which has been a very hard line to walk for a lot of people in this country. At the same time, Matthew McConaughey has seemed to be delicate about it, but very impassioned, obviously, from the White House. I know our Joe Khalil was talking about this bipartisan effort, Republicans and Democrats endeavoring to get some gun control or a new bill on the table. What would be the key obstacle preventing that?
The math of the Senate, in essence, the magic number is 10 Republican senators who would need to join if all Democrats voted for this. There are about 6 Republicans involved in these talks. There is optimism, but it's not guaranteed. It's edging forward without being guaranteed of crossing the finish line right now. Joe mentioned the fact that these are fairly modest reforms. I think, you know, the people negotiating want to strike a balance of getting something effective done, but not overplaying their hand to the point where you just destroy the chances of a bipartisan deal.
Niall Stanage, always good to see you. Thank you so much. See you soon.
See you soon, Adrienne.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.